All right, bro, let me show you exactly why 99% of people my age always fail at dropshipping. If you haven't been keeping up on my channel, I'm literally doing a 0 to a million challenge, which is basically where I go from 0 to a million building a brand. And as you can see, just in the past, couple days, we've already done around 3.6 in revenue, and we have more revenue coming in from the back end. But here's the thing, 3 months ago, bro, I was literally door dashing to pay for my ads, and I was kind of just in grind mode, just always working every single day, trying to get as much money as possible. But the difference between then and now is not what most people think. But today I'm literally gonna show you the 3 big mistakes that are holding you back and how to fix them. And to be honest, this is the real reasons why people my age can't get past their first product and make any money with dropshipping. Let's start with the biggest mistake I see everybody making. Everybody thinks they need thousands to start. I thought it too when I first started dropshipping and I was seeing people pump 100K days, but I promise you, you don't need that, bro. So basically, as soon as I got off school, I would go straight to DoorDash and I would try to at least hit $100 a day. And basically, I would use my DoorDash earning, turn it into ad spend, and basically that would progress my store. And essentially what I would do with my ads is literally test $50 a day with different products and kind of just let that run for around 3 days. And once we actually made money, we would literally reinvest all of it back into the business because we knew even if we broke profit, we probably wouldn't be able to quit DoorDashing. And then when I started scaling, I would make sure I built a solid proof of concept before I actually put money into it to make sure that I was going to make money back. Number 2 is the testing mindset. This is where most people mess up and kind of where I fell into as well when I first started dropshipping. I'm gonna hop on the laptop real quick and show you my current testing strategy and how I'm finding my products. All right, so I kind of made a quick little drawing to kind of represent the product research criteria and kind of how I'm finding my winning products and how I'm going about it. So right after this, I'm gonna kind of apply it and show y'all exactly how I'm literally finding my winning products, but this is just as important. So let's go through the 4 main categories and how they apply to actually finding a winning product. So number 1, solving a problem. So if we go to this right here, we see product A and product B. So product A is just a hoodie with a name on it. Let's say it's some random name. Let's say it's Myro. Let's say it's a Myro. It's a hoodie with the name Myro. It has no unique value unless it's attached to a brand like Nike. So obviously brands like Nike can attach a blank hoodie and put their name on it and it will sell because they already have a brand. But if you were to go and just make a random name on a hoodie, it most likely wouldn't sell if you're trying to dropship, especially if you're trying to, make your first kind of 10K and you're a little bit of a beginner. We are not going for products that are just have no unique value and don't solve a problem, because if it doesn't solve a problem, what does it do? So obviously if we're a brand and you're trying to, build a apparel brand or a clothing brand, it's a little bit different. But let's look at product B. If we're looking at just in the drop shipping sense and just in the e-commerce sense, product B is a back massager. It matches with a pain people have all the time. People have back problem all the time. There's somebody today that literally was having back problems and now they're looking for a solution. People are always looking for solutions. So you have to kind of take that into account that, okay, if somebody's looking for solutions and, if they're looking for solutions and you can make a product that is solving that solution, it makes perfect sense on why we would sell this over this, because generally solving a problem, you know what I mean? So if it's generally solving a problem and it's actually helping something instead of, a random product like this, and I can easily show y'all an example when we actually get to the live product research. Like I said, it's going to actually solve a problem, and these are the type of products that are going to scale the hardest and are the easiest to actually run because people already have these problems. So we kind of went over solve a problem, and like I said, we're probably going to tie back to it once we get to the live. And now we have having a huge TAM. So a lot of people don't know what TAM means. TAM means a total addressable market. So let me actually write that down real quick. Total addressable market. So all TAM is the total addressable market. And I made a little example right here, which is basically, in a sense, so people play video games all the time and basically video game niche, right? So in this niche, we have computer, console, and VR. So these are basically just the different type of video game things or where you can play video games, right? So total addressable market. So if we were still a product in the video game niche and it would apply to console, computer, and VR, then we would have a huge TAM, regardless if, let's say we sold something in console and let's say there was a little game, let's say the square right here was just a little game. The TAM is kind of just the market. So the market is a lot huger if you kind of zoom out and you kind of see, okay, wow, what if I sold a product that related to every single person that played video games? Or maybe every single person that plays computer. And as you can see, it's a little bit smaller, but you can still possibly, target something. That's not a bad thing. Or you target people that play console, so maybe you're targeting something like maybe something for the controller, or I don't know, something that helps them with video games, maybe like blue light glasses. Like that's a perfect example of a product that can target every single, probably just console and computer for now, but a product that can target every single thing in video games. So let's say if we're selling blue light glasses, something like that, that solves the problem of people that play video games all day and, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to hurt their eyes. So that's a perfect example of a product that has a huge TAM because we can target so many things with that product. So that's number 2. So we knocked out solve a problem and have a huge TAM, and now we have a high search volume. So I'm going to break down the high search volume right here. And it's right here, high search volume. So high search volume is essentially just searching up the search term, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it because it's very, very easy. We use a thing called Google Trends. It's basically a tool that you can find search term trends and kind of just be able to see, okay, how many people are searching this up per month. So it's very, very essential when you're looking at products search volume, because you want to see how many people are looking this up and how many people are actually interested in this product. So high search term volume means people are actively looking it up, meaning they're interested in the product. So that means there are more people to buy the product, because the higher the search term, meaning the more people that are interested to buy your actual product, leading to more money in the market, which is basically TAM, total addressable market. And like we just said, the more money in the market, the more people. So if there's more people in the market, that means there's more people to target, more money to get, and there's also more room for you to be able to have competitors and also for you to make money. So not only, you know what I'm saying, the same thing I just said, more room to grow / scale, which essentially just always leads to your bank account being bigger. So TAM is essentially, you know what I'm saying, the easiest way to kind of go about market and money. Kind of think about it like stocks. If you put money in the stocks, like the more money there is in the market, the more money there is to be made, if that makes sense. So high search term volume is very, very essential when it comes to finding winning products. And I really don't run products if it doesn't have a high search term volume, because that most likely means that people aren't going to buy my product. So now we have less than 4 competitors, and we're going to get right to the last example. So like I was saying, the same thing with the back massager. Let's say the product is the viral back massager. There's been plenty of things called the viral back massager, but let's say there's this viral back massager. I wanted to bring it to Facebook. So I'm going to show you how to bring products to Facebook essentially. But let's say I wanted to bring it to Facebook, and I have competitor A, he's taking up a little bit of space. Competitor B is taking up a little bit of space. Competitor C is taking a little bit of space. Now there's an open spot right here, and most people would look at this and be like, okay, competitor A is running this. Competitor B and competitor C, oh, I can't run it because I'm not the first one to it. Not technically, because look, it's the same thing when I brought up TAM. This is essentially the total addressable market, but the market isn't filled up. So if you can make a space right here, and let's say the total market is maybe $1 million, and they're just kind of spreading this out a little bit, not evenly, but they're spreading it out to each person, there's still money for you to be able to get, essentially. There's still money for you to be able to get. So you need to know that, okay, just because I have competitors doesn't mean that I'm cooked. And also, you can have a better offer than all of these competitors. And if you have a better offer store and you have better creatives, then you can essentially just win over all these people and make your market this much bigger. So now you're taking up way more space and you're getting a bigger cut of that $1 million, if that makes sense. So don't think just because there's a couple competitors in the game that you can't make money. Like I said, less than 4 competitors is ideal, but sometimes it's kind of product dependent. But like I said, these are the 4 winning factors that I like to stick to find my winning products. But now I'm literally going to show you live product research and how I actually find my products. As you can see now, I'm on a website called Calidata, and this is essentially where I'm finding all my winning products right now. It is very, very good. It is a very powerful tool right now. And essentially all it is taking TikTok Shop products and putting them in a list. And all I'm doing is using those TikTok Shop products and bringing them to Facebook. So I'm going to show you exactly how to find a winning product, and we will probably find a winning product in less than 5 minutes. So number 1, we're going to want to be on the products tab, and we're going to see some filters on the left side. Basically, essentially what we're going to do is make sure this is on last 7 days. We always want to see the last 7 days because we want to see what is popping off right now. We want to see what is selling right now. So basically showing us what everybody's buying. Categories, it really doesn't matter. You can play with it a little bit if you want to see something more specific, but realistically, I kind of leave this alone because it really doesn't matter to me personally. we want to make sure the revenue trend is growing because we want to see products that are going up and not going down. Because if we're seeing a product that's going down, most likely it's kind of just dying already. So why would we try to bring that to Facebook? So the next one, we're going to want to go to the advanced section. And the only thing we want to touch is average unit price, 25 to 150. And basically all this is going to do is kind of just give us products that are not really, really cheap, but are not too expensive. So this is kind of a good, you know, filters. Feel free to kind of mess with them as you want. It really doesn't matter. You can kind of play it around, find different products. But as you can see, we're already getting fed winning products. And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm finding products on Calidata. So number one rule with Calidata, you don't want to run products that are a little bit too branded, because when you put them up on Facebook, sometimes you can get banned. So we want to find products that people kind of just slap the brand on just to call it a brand, because some of these brands are real, some of these brands are fake, and some of these brands are basically just like drop shippers. So some of like Tarte, these brands are kind of like, you know, these are some big brands. You kind of can just do your research on brands and be like, okay, let me search this brand up real quick and see if it's really a real brand. And from that point, you'll be like, okay, I probably shouldn't run this product. So we're gonna go through each and every one of these products. And as you can see, you see these graphs right here. So this is basically the revenue trend that I was talking about. And all these are essentially growing because they're going up. But graphs like this are really, really good because that seems that they're going on a rapid growth. And these products can be really, really good to hop on a little bit early. So as you can see, this product right here, it's very, very branded. It's from Mary Ruth's, and they have a copyright symbol. And I'm pretty sure I know somebody that ran this and got banned. So you want to make sure that you're not finding products that are really, really branded. And I'm going to give you an example of a product that's not really branded. So cakes, that's really, really branded. We don't want to run this. Obviously, we don't want to run a product like this because it's too small. I feel like I wouldn't even test it. It's just not a good product. I don't see people buying this. It doesn't have a unique factor. It doesn't solve a problem. So just tying back to our, our product research criteria, feel free to just always be able to look back on that every time you're product researching. So JLab, JBugs, noise cancellation. I mean, there's a lot. Like, you kind of just have to use your brain when you do product research and kind of just be like, okay, there's already noise cancellation. There's Apple, there's Samsung. I mean, it's just not a good product for me because it's like, okay, there's a whole bunch of other people selling this and you probably competing with a lot of people essentially. Goalie, huge brand. Living Proof, Reveal, Clean Hair. Okay, this product's not bad. The revenue, like I said, you don't have to pay attention to the revenue trend too much because it doesn't matter too much, but it is a very, very good validation indicator. So we're gonna click on this product. I'm a little bit interested. I'm kind of just looking at what catches my eye. And as we can see, Living Proof, Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. Okay, so they're selling the product for $33, and then we see that it's not a bad product. So essentially what I'm first looking at when I click into the detailed view of a product, number one, we want to make sure that most of the revenue is coming from videos and not live, because TikTok has live and video. So we want to make sure most of it is coming from videos because we want to essentially use those videos on our creatives. So the first thing we want to do when we click into the detailed view of a product, we want to make sure that the video revenue is more than the live revenue, just because, some products are more like live based because they're, they're interacting with the product, So we kind of want to make sure all of this is video because that's essentially what we're going to be using on Facebook ads. So the revenue looks good, the trends look good, and the number one thing we're going to want to look for is looking through the actual creatives and actual videos. The crazy part about Calidata is that it literally gives you the videos and shows you how much each video done. So as you can see, there's a lot of winning creative here that we can literally take and literally post it on Facebook. So after we validate all of that, all we're gonna wanna do is scroll down to here and look at the videos. So Calidata is very, very powerful when it comes to this. Basically, you can see the videos that are doing well. You can see their top creatives. And essentially, we're gonna use these when we're actually testing the product to see if we can actually make money off the product. So when we're looking at the videos, we want to at least make sure there's at least 5 good videos. And the number one thing we're looking for when it comes to a good video, we want it to make sure it's like a little bit more testimonial and it's not too addy. Like it doesn't really seem like an ad. It seems more like somebody making a review on the product. So I'm not gonna go over it right now because it's very, very easy to just click on this and just look at it, watch it, and be like, okay, this seems like somebody that is kind of reviewing the product and it's not really selling the product, because that's essentially what we want, and that's what the best creatives are currently. So once we do that, look through a couple of these videos and kind of be like, okay, these videos are pretty good. Now we're essentially gonna go right back to what we're looking for. Huge TAM. So obviously it's a shampoo. People wash their hair all the time. it looks like mostly girls are creating this. So girl shampoo, it's obviously a huge TAM. So we already know it has a huge TAM. We know it solves a problem because it's a dry shampoo. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, a dry shampoo is just essentially cleaning your hair. So just tying back to the product research criteria, we know it solves a problem because it's a shampoo. It basically just cleans hair. We know it has a huge TAM because, you know what I'm saying, selling to girls, as we can see right here, most of the creators are girls, and it's most likely getting sold to girls because we see all the creators are mostly girls. So it's a girl shampoo. It has a huge TAM. Girls clean their hair all the time. Girls love their hair. So high search volume. So what we're going to do is essentially search up dry shampoo. And as we're gonna see, I have this app called Keywords Everywhere. It's a very, very good extension. And basically all you have to do is use this and it will give you this little pop-up every time you search something up, and it will kind of tell you the chart. So as you can see, we see the chart is going up right now. And if, look, let's see, it's at 200K right now. So it's at 200K. And when we're looking for search volume, we kind of want it to be at least over maybe 100K to like 300K. And when it's over that, that means, okay, we have a pretty good TAM and we have a pretty good search volume. So like I said in the example, they kind of tie hand in hand. So number one, we know it solves a problem. We know it has a huge TAM. We know it has a high search volume. And now we have to see, does it have less than 4 competitors? So to find out how many competitors you actually have, all you want to do is look up Facebook ad library. It's completely free. And essentially all it is a tool made by Facebook so you can see different competitors. So I already have the search term here, and it's just gonna search up exactly what we're selling, which is dry shampoo, and it literally exactly what the product is. And sometimes you can use like different keywords in Calidata. So as you can see, we have living proof, we use different things. But as you can see right here, all we have to do is scroll through and see, okay, let's push shop now and see if these people are actually running the product we're running. So we're just gonna scroll through for a little bit, see if we can see the product. Maybe we click on a little bit of these, and obviously we can use new search terms to kind of find it. Overall, I'm not really seeing the product that we want to run. I'm seeing a whole lot of products similar, but they're not really the same exact product. So let's go ahead and head right back to the Miro. As you can see, it solves a problem, has a huge TAM, has a high search volume, has less than 4 competitors. So to me right now, we can literally put this up on a winning product. So all we would essentially do is take these, you know what I'm saying, top 5 creative, top 10 creatives, and basically put that in my winning testing strategy. So let me go ahead and show you exactly my winning testing strategy that I use every single time that I'm running a product. So if we look right here, all we have to do is CBO, $100 daily budget, 1 ad set, and then 5 creatives. So like I said before, you can use 5 creative, 10 creatives, it really doesn't matter. But essentially all we're doing is running a CBO and keeping it at the campaign level instead of the ad group level, because we want to give Facebook the room to spin wherever it wants to spin. So if this creative is the best creative, it's going to automatically know to give all the money to this creative, and we're going to make the most money off of this creative instead of giving each and one of these a budget, which could mean, okay, if all these are stagnant, we really won't know which one is the best, or realistically, it's not spending your money the most efficiently. So if you want to know a little bit more on this, I literally have a free course that goes exactly over this, that I break it down and do it with you. I kind of show step by step of me finding a product and building the store, all that. So if you want to see that, literally click the link in my bio. I have a free course. The third big mistake is the scale system. Most people, when they find a winner, they end up just bumping the budgets like crazy and thinking they're going to make more money when they end up just losing more money. So I'm going to show you my exact scaling checklist when I increase the budget / decrease the budget. And I'm going to show you how I managed it in school and when to reinvest / take profit. Basically, I made a quick little drawing about the scaling checklist and how we're going to know when to increase our budget and decrease our budget. So the number one question we're going to want to ask is, what is our break-even ROAS? So to find that out, I have a quick little tool named the Dropship Toolkit. So all this tool basically is to find your COGS and find your selling price. So if we put in our COGS right here, let's say we're selling a product for $5 and we have a selling price of 30, which we're selling on our store, we would basically have a $25 profit margin and a 1.2 ROAS, or break-even ROAS. So just going off of our example break-even ROAS, all we're going to do is as soon as we launch, we're letting the campaign run for at least 3 days. And if we have anything over a 2 to 3 ROAS, which is basically meaning return on ad spend, so we're making more money than we're spending, all we want to do is just double the daily budget. 100 plus 100, which would be 200. We don't want to do the little 120 bumps, because to be honest with you, it's not going to do much. So we're just going to double the daily budget. We're going to double it every single time we have at least around a 2 to 3. And we're kind of just going to follow the same principle as you can see in the next couple steps. So we're going to double the daily budget. We're going to let it run for 3 days again. And now we're gonna ask ourselves, okay, did the ROAS drop overall in the 3-day period? So all we're going to do is mark the day. Let's say we bump the daily budget on the 2nd. So we would look from the 2nd to the 5th and we would see, okay, let's look at the ROAS. Did it drop from a 2 to 3? If it didn't drop, all we're going to do is literally double the budget, let it run for 3 days, and keep repeating this exact same process. And that's exactly how we're gonna scale, and we're gonna get more and more money, and that's how you essentially just hit these big days. To be honest, we're not slow scaling, but we're letting it run for 3 days because we wanted to get a little bit of data. And from there, we're kind of just making a decision. So it's kind of just a principle of making a decision every 3 days. So if your ROAS did drop, all we would want to do is essentially just bump it right back down to $100 and let it run for maybe like 2 to 3 days. And if it goes right back up to 2 to 3 ROAS, then we'll try doubling it again. And if it keeps kind of playing that little game of, oh, it's bumping, or when I bump, it kind of, goes up and it kind of doesn't, you kind of just want to play around and kind of take your time with Facebook and kind of just try to see, because the more and more you spend, the more data you build up, the more Facebook knows who you want to target. So just be aware of this and, use this to your advantage. You can take a screenshot right now. I recommend everybody use this scaling checklist every single time they're running ads. This will make sure you're basically always profitable. You're never actually losing money or overspending money where you shouldn't. And to be honest with you, I use this every single time I'm running ads personally. If you want a little bit more in-depth review, like I said, I have a free course going exactly over this. But going to the next thing that I actually get a lot of questions from people is how I manage it in school. This is very, very simple. Literally, always mess with the budget at the end of the day from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. So literally you could do your schoolwork literally right after school or do it in school. We're not really playing with the budget midday. We're kind of just always doing it at night because we want the full spend. Let's say we wanted to spend $100 every single time. Meaning if we mess with it at 12 p.m., it only probably spent around $50 and we don't have enough data to actually deal with to actually analyze that day. So like I said, always mess with it around 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Literally just stay up, do whatever you need to do, and then get all your schoolwork done and anything else you need to do during the daytime. Now going on to one of the biggest problems in dropshipping is when to reinvest / take profits. The number one question you want to ask yourself is, do you have more money than you've made? For example, let's say you run a product and you only made 2K profit off it. Do you have more money than 2K in your bank account? If not, go to the yes section. Number 2, could you run ads consistently without working a job? So this means, are you able to consistently run products? Are you able to actually test products, and do you have the money to test products without actually having to work a job just off of your bank account? And number 3, can you afford your living expenses / ads with your bank account right now? So basically, these are the top 3 questions that you generally need to ask yourself to know if you should reinvest or actually take profit and put it back in your bank account. So if you answer yes to every single one of these questions, you should be good. You can literally take profits either at the end of running the product or every couple of days. Like I said, it's up to you. So if the answer was no to any of these questions, I suggest that you take all the money you make and put it right back into dropshipping. And the reason for that is if you take profits too quickly when it comes to dropshipping or just business in general, you're not gonna have enough money to actually fund dropshipping, and you're literally gonna be exactly where you were before. So if you don't end up always having to go back to square one, my recommendation is if you can't answer all 3 of these questions with a yes confidently, then just put it all right back into dropshipping, let it stack until you actually make enough money, and then you can go enjoy the profits. So these are the 3 big mistakes that are holding most teen entrepreneurs from even cracking their first 1K day. To be honest, you can definitely implement these fixes yourself. I literally showed you exactly what to change, but here's the reality, bro. Most people watching this video are probably busy with school, homework, or just a life outside of business. You might not have the time to research products and do all the systems that I kind of showed you. That's why I built a community specifically for people like us that want to build real businesses while in high school and actually want to make money. I've helped plenty of people start their dropshipping journey, and I'm always active in there. If you're tired of losing money with dropshipping, you just want a little bit of help, literally just click the first link in the description. You can join my free community. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. I'll see you in the next one.